Good morning. It is Friday and we have made it through a week. I have missed you so much, but I have to have my coffee. I have missed you so much, and I'm so proud of the work that you've been doing. Keep it up. And there's some of you that still haven't been on. I want to make sure that I see everyone. So let's go ahead and start for today. And we're first going to be reviewing capacity. What is capacity? We measured what? How much a liquid can hold, how much a container, it's actually how much liquid a container can hold. So let's start. Get you a weight this morning. One gallon split into fours is 4 quarts. Take that and divide by 2 and you got a pint. Split that pint up into halves and make a cup. And that cup will fit 8 fluid ounces inside of it. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Or 8 pints or 16 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. Or 16 fluid ounces. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. A gallon of milk split in fours makes 4 quarts. Split a quart of milk in half, then a pint is what you'll have. But you can make 2 cups, you see, often when you drink your school milk carton. If you can drink the milk in 8 sips, each is about an ounce going through your lips. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Or 8 pints or 16 cups. 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 4 cups or 32 fluid ounces. 1 pint is 2 cups. Or 16 fluid ounces. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there so we could go ahead and get on with the lesson. Now, I know that you're probably not used to seeing me with glasses on, but try to focus and let's get started with our lesson. To review, capacity is used to measure the volume of a container. Simply put, just how much a container can hold. So we use fluid ounces. Remember, fluid ounces, like when we talked about weight, ounces were the smallest. We used to measure small things. Well, fluid ounces is the same. It's the smallest unit of measurement for capacity. And then we have cups, which is the next smallest, then pints, quarts, and gallons. Also remember, each of these has a relationship. Just like when we're measuring length, 12 inches equals 1 foot. Well, these have a relationship too. And I hope from our video yesterday that maybe you took some notes. Here are my notes. And yours should be looking similar, where we have some of our vocabulary words and we know what they mean. And then we have our units of measurement, you'll see right here. And this is from the worksheet that we did yesterday. All right, so let's go on. And this is what I would really love to see in your notes because this is really helpful. If we look, remember our kingdom of gallon, our gallon kingdom. And what it started out with, we started out with our kingdom, our gallon kingdom. And if you remember, and what does that G stand for?
gallon. So I would like to see that on your notes. See right here where you can put what each letter stands for? I would like for you to do that. That way you know. Gallon. And in this kingdom of Gallon, there were how many queens? Do you remember? 4 queens. And why is that? Because how many quarts are in a gallon? 4. So our gallon, 1 gallon, is actually equal to 4 quarts. That is why our Q, 4 queens, what does Q start with? What does queen start with? A Q, which stands for quarts. And in that kingdom of Gallon, each queen had, yes, 1 prince and 1 princess. So that means if we look at it and we're writing it, I can put a prince and a princess with each queen. What that really means to us is it takes 2 pints to equal 1 quart. See, prince and princess, a P. What does prince and princess start with? P. P also stands for pints. Great job. So, each queen has a prince and a princess in our kingdom of Gallon. Excuse me. Thank you. Each prince and princess had 2 cats. I'm so glad that you remember. So inside, this prince has 2 cats. This princess has 2 cats. What does cat start with? A C. So that is one of our smallest units of capacity is the cup. And when we're writing, that means that 2 cups equals 1 pint. So how many cups would equal 1 quart? Well, if we look, we need to, this is 2 cups and this is 2 cups. So 4 cups would equal 1 quart. So each prince and princess should have 2 cats. And there is our kingdom of Gallon. And on yours, you should have, what is our largest capacity measurement? The biggest one, going to be like a gallon of milk. Remember when we go to the store and get the big gallons with the handles? And our smallest capacity, not fluid ounces, what do we use? Cups. Great job. Now today we start with capacity word problems. So we really need to think about this when we're going through to make sure our answers are reasonable. Let's start with number 1. Caleb needs 5 cups of milk to make a vanilla milkshake. Should he buy a pint, a quart, or a gallon of milk? He needs 5 cups of milk. Well, if we look, well, 2 cups of milk is a pint. So if he bought a pint, would he have enough milk? No. So what about a quart? Look and see how many cups equals a quart. It takes 1, 2, 3, 4 cups to equal 1 quart. So if he bought a pint or a quart, would he have enough to make a vanilla milkshake? No. So he has to buy a gallon in order to have enough milk to make a milkshake. Number 2. Daniel is making creamy rice pudding. His recipe requires 4 cups of milk. He has a quart of milk in his fridge. Does he have enough? And explain. Remember, sometimes putting it into words is one of the hardest things. All right, so 4 cups of milk, and he has a quart of milk in his fridge. Does he have enough? Okay, so you look at this and tell me, if his rice pudding needs 4 cups of milk and he has a quart, well, I should be looking to see how many cups equals a quart. If you said 4 cups, you are definitely right. 4 cups equals a quart, so he definitely has enough milk in his fridge. Number 3. You're doing a great job. Stay with me. All right. Liam is trying to make a recipe for dinner. The recipe calls for 2 pints of milk. Liam only has a cup container. How many cups will Liam need to use? Well, let's look at this. He needs 2 pints of milk, but he only has a cup container to measure out the milk. So, how many cups if he needs 2 pints of milk? Well, let's look at how many cups equals 1 pint. 2 cups. So, if 2 cups equals 1 pint, how many cups would it take to make 2 pints? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cups would equal 2 pints. So he would need to use 4 cups of milk. I hope you're writing these down in your notes so that when you have your independent classwork today, you can solve these. Let's go on to number 4. We're going to do this one and one more, and then I think you got it. Number 4, Jasmine wants to know the weight of her dog. What is the best unit of measurement to find the weight of her dog? Now, this isn't a capacity word problem. What is this? Yes, a weight word problem. What are those units of weight that we used? Ounces and pounds. What did we say we measure ounces? Was that for big things or small things? An ounce was for smaller things. So if we're talking about a dog, and this looks like a big dog, not like Turk's Tiquito little Chihuahua. So would you think we use ounces, ounces, or pounds? Yes, pounds would be better measurement. Number 5. Corrado bought a new toy that weighs 2 pounds. How many ounces is his new toy? You have to go back into our notes and remember how many ounces equals a pound. Did you say 16 ounces equals 1 pound? You are correct. So if 16 ounces equals 1 pound, what would that toy weigh if it weighs 2 pounds? 16 plus 16 would equal 32. Great job. So Corrado's new toy would weigh 32 ounces because there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Now, for your work today, you will see that there are numbers 6 through 15 that I want you to complete as your independent classwork for the day. When you go to our Google Classroom, you will see here independent classwork, and it says capacity word problems. What you are going to do is you're going to click on here, and when you click, it will come up to a page that looks just like this. And everybody has their own copy. So then all you have to do is type right here. And then you're going to type in your answers for 6 through 15 and then turn it in. You will click submit. When you finish it, it will have a turn in or a submit button that you can turn it into me and I'll be able to see it. I also wanted to remind you of your Learn Things choice chart. So your must-dos of the day, your independent classwork, and your freckle multiplication facts practice. Please don't forget these. And your must-dos of the week. EOG practice test, and you should have had 2 done by this week. eSpark assignment, and the measuring to the nearest 1/4 inch task cards. These should all be due and done by the end of this week. Everything else that's on here, all these games and everything, you don't have to be done. You can continue to play them and use those, practice. That's what it's for. So if you finish it one time, if you do this animal rescue for 15 minutes, either go to another game or try it again. Try and beat your score each time. So we have our Google Classroom assignments, your Learn Things choice chart, don't forget. And also, if you did not see, you have an invite from me for Google Chat. Please make sure you are getting on Google Chat and accepting so that way I can talk to each one of you and we're going to try using it instead of Zoom. I miss you so much, and I'm so glad that we had today and this week. I miss you, and I will see you Monday for another video.